welcome
to a very special episode of
the
Cozy Homemakers. Today we have transformed the Cozy Homemakers kitchen into
the Cozy Homemakers.
And we are going to take you on a very special journey into some of our favorite cozy aspects of fall. So make yourself a hot drink, get into something cozy, and we'll see you in just a minute.
So Marcy, I see this beautiful tray here that you brought. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going to do on the episode today?
I'd love to. So this is a tray that I put together with a lot of items that I actually already had. So today what I wanted to do is show you guys how I like to come up with my ideas for the tray and just kind of some basics of how you can personalize one and make one for your own. You can do it for fall, you can do it for any holiday. I change mine out seasonally, but obviously since we're coming up on Halloween, I wanted to show you guys my Halloween tray.
Perfect.
So stay tuned, we'll be right back with that tutorial.
Yay!
So before we get started on the tutorial, you may notice that things look a little different today. Usually we have a cocktail in hand, hence Boozy Homemakers, but the Cozy Homemakers are more into hot drinks. So Sarah, what did you make for us today?
Of course. Well, let me tell you, Marcy. So what I made is a chai tea latte. And so basically what we did is we got some of this Twinings chai tea pumpkin spice flavor. You can get it at World Market is where I found this. And then you just make the tea like it says in the instructions. And then we put a little bit of the sugar-free hazelnut, which I also found at Whole Foods. No, not Whole Foods.
World Market.
World Market. And this is what I found at Whole Foods. It is oat milk. It's our favorite thing right now. It is dairy-free milk. You can use whatever kind you like, but we chose what we had in our fridge. So we just stirred it all together and we're all ready for our tutorial. Cheers!
So this is really delicious, and I love that it's a sugar-free, dairy-free alternative to like a pumpkin spice latte, which, don't get me wrong, we love our pumpkin spice lattes,
We love them.
but drink them every day. It's a lot of sugar, so this is really good.
Yes.
And it's kind of a nice way to wind down at the end of the day. It's really comforting, but if you don't mind, I'm going to use this tray.
Of course.
For our tray display.
All right, let's do it.
Awesome. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the tray itself. So I like using a serving tray like this, as well as a two-tiered tray, just to give a little bit of height, and also it contains everything really nicely. And so you could kind of move it around wherever you want, and it just makes a really, really cute final effect to have it all contained in something like this. This particular one I got at Michael's. Got it on sale, that 50% off coupon. You guys know what's up. And I just fell in love with it. It has kind of these copper handles here. And so, Sarah, I'm gonna have you go ahead and put this in that corner closest to you.
All right.
So this is probably the most important piece of any display for doing this type of tray, because this is what adds the height. You're going to be able to put all your trinkets and just, all your cute things that you've collected. So this I got at Kohl's actually last Christmas. We got a good deal on it. Use that Kohl's cash. I like that, it has the removable trays. If you wanted to, use them for something else, you could. They're easy to clean. So I use this thing now like every season. So that's gonna go in the corner, and this is gonna be the focal point of our tray, and we'll kind of build around this.
Okay, perfect.
So just in kind of thinking about planning ahead, you wanna get things that are kind of roughly the same size, but build with height.
Okay.
So that's something to remember. You don't have to really worry about having these big pieces. If you notice, kind of everything we have is fairly small. Like probably the biggest things are the mugs and this cute little jack-o'-lantern candy bowl.
That's so cute.
This is a Target dollar spot
That is
find.
great.
I want to say he was $3 last year.
I think it's on the bottom.
He was $3 confirmed. So I bought this last year to go on my desk, and
Love it.
he just is so cute. He has the cutest little face, and then you can put candy in there, and he's just very inviting. And if you want your Reese's bat, you just pull it out, and he's an awesome piece. So I also really like putting mugs on the tray because it kind of gives the idea that you could use this as a serving tray. You know, if you had company and somebody wanted to come for coffee, sure, here we have mugs already. However, we don't use this as a serving tray.
It's for decoration only.
For decoration only and for candy.
That you can't eat.
That you cannot eat. So this mug, this is from a brand called Killing Me Softly. It's KMSXCO on Instagram. And we will link everything. Yeah. I love her stuff. It says Best Witches. It's kind of that camp style mug.
Very cute.
I like it because it's really kind of heavy and it holds a lot. So for my tray this year, I thought, okay, I'm gonna use a couple of my mugs that I absolutely love. So instead of them being up in the cupboard, I'll have them on my coffee table and everyone can see them.
Perfect.
So this top tier, I decided to put that one up here, and I think I'm gonna have it on that side. And then, you know, the candy is optional, but why not have that candy in it? And then so this I kind of made into like my witchy tier. And so going off of that, I also have this little skeleton. I want to say he was like $2 at Michael's last year if you want to feel him. He's really
lightweight.
Yeah, but he looks like pretty hefty, and he's not. He's just like a cute little, you know, says hi. So then he can go right here, and he's just kind of facing out. And so it's getting a little spooky. And then to finish that off, I have this kind of geode crystal that I've had for a long time. You know, it used to also be on my desk, and I just thought that might add a fun little kind of pop, kind of that witchy feel. And it's really pretty and sparkly. I don't know if you guys can see. It's really sparkly inside. So that just kind of finished off the top layer just by adding that in there. And the cool thing about this is that, you know, you can always play with it, adjust. If you don't like how something looks, you know, it's just however you think looks best. The next level became kind of the pumpkin spice level. And that was inspired by this cute little sign. You want to read that for the friends at home?
It says, if loving pumpkin spice is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's true.
So this was also a Target dollar spot find, literally $1 last year. You know, and that's the other thing. Unfortunately, a lot of this stuff is not going to be available, but you don't have to get exactly this stuff, and you can make a super cute display. You collect the things you like. I know a lot of us have just little trinkets lying around, and you don't always get a chance to use them or to display them. So this is just a way to put them out. Yeah. And so this level, I ended up putting this mug. Now this is from a brand that I found on Instagram called Pretty Collected. She makes like party kind of decor. And she makes the cutest campfire mugs. And so I actually won this one in an Instagram contest a couple years back. It says Hello Pumpkin on it. It's got that mottled look.
Very cute.
And so this, next to the other campfire mug, has that cute little black and orange for Halloween.
Perfect.
And then these guys, you can see, these are little stir sticks for coffee or, you know, cocktail, but they say latte on them. Very so cute. It's like a pumpkin spice latte. They're kind of sparkly. Target dollar spot.
I need to go with you to Target.
Yes, I have an eye for the treasures. So again, bought these last year, didn't really have a purpose for them, just thought they were cute, but super cute on a serving tray that's, you know, supposed to look like a coffee serving tray, and you know, that's what these are for. So that I kind of just decided to put down here next to this little guy. So that can go like right here. And then I thought it really needed something to tie it all in, and why not a pumpkin? So enter the world's
This is so
tiniest
cute.
white pumpkin.
Where did you find this at?
This is from Trader Joe's. Do you want to guess how much it was?
$1.
69 cents.
What?
And I just saw this display of tiny pumpkins, and I looked through all of them, to find the perfect one. And I just knew this was the one. So when I got home, immediately stuck it on the tray, and
Very cute.
it couldn't be more perfect.
So cute.
So now that this part's done, I mean, honestly, you could use this as your display, and it's super cute. You could stick that in your coffee table. You could totally put that as like a centerpiece, and it looks great, I think.
Yes, I love
It has the candy, it has the stir sticks, and just like some really cute things to look at.
Mm-hmm.
You are welcome to the candy. I will make an exception for you.
Thank you.
But for me, I really like having, with the base tray as well.
You can add more to it.
You can, and I have so many little things I like to display, so I feel like this really helps me just contain everything and just set the tone for the season.
Awesome.
So I knew I wanted to put this guy on there. He is a little bit bigger. So when I put him down here, it does look cute, but you can't really see him as well.
Yeah.
So that's where this came from.
Wow.
I actually got these at, I believe it was Ross.
Okay.
So as you can see, all my stuff is collected at budget places. But when it all comes together, it has a really nice effect.
Yeah, very cute.
So this, I want to say it was maybe a 4-pack, and they're actually for cupcakes.
Oh.
So I've been using these every season to add height to the tray. They have that little gold detail, which helps kind of tie in the gold from these two trays, or these two tiers. So I'm going to stick that here, and then that just gives him a little height. And then this, my mom is really into collecting old books, so I raided her old book stash. This actually has an inscription from 1943, which I think is really cool.
Wow.
But the cover is a gold medal. I don't know if you want to feel that. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's gold and black, and we have gold and black on the tray.
Perfect.
So just another thing to add a little extra height, and now that guy sits perfectly there, and you can see the candy. There's nothing getting in the way, and it just adds kind of that extra element to tie in the metallic part. So finally, let's see, I have this is $3.84
Wow.
from Walmart. This was just recently purchased. Just really liked the skeleton hand. Once again, ties in with my skeleton guy here. It's got the black and the gold. So this could either go here, although you're not going to see the skeleton hand, but it does give a little bit of visual interest. But you could also put it at the bottom of the tray here, just to continue to tie in that metallic element. So now we have gold here, we have gold here in the book, there's some gold flecks in these little stir sticks, and then there's gold on the side.
I love how you tie everything together, all the colors together, and
And honestly, a lot of it is a happy accident. It's just that in my collecting, I tend to gravitate towards gold, and so I ended up with a lot of black and gold stuff, and so it worked out really well. So then it would be a third candy container. You could use this for candy as well.
okay.
You don't have to put candy in them again, but I think it's really cute, and I have nephews, and of course they appreciate the candy options. So this is $1 from
Yes, I
Target.
think I have one of those too.
They sell these every season, different colors. I do have an orange one, but I kind of liked the way that the white contrasted, because once again, we have the white with the pumpkin, we've got white with the candy and the little mottled mug, so I think it adds a little bit of visual interest. And then this little crow guy, he did lose an eye in the war. I'll have to fix him later, but this is, I think, from Michael's a couple years ago, maybe.
Yeah, Michael's has a lot of things you can just add on.
And do you see how there's a clips
on.
So I just popped him on the side to make this, kind of feminine kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, not feminine, but just kind of romantic looking tin into a spooky one.
I like it.
And then I put some Dum Dum lollipops from the Dollar Tree just to make a cute little display. And it kind of looks like he's either gonna get into these or he's watching over them. So then this is just gonna go right here. So that left me with a little bit of a gap up here in the front as I was putting it together. And it doesn't look bad, but I just wanted to add one more thing. So my sister was at Michael's.
How cute.
And I asked her just to look for something, you know, during Christmas, I had these little bottle brush trees in white, and the green ones, I had them on the tray. And I kind of incorporate them a lot, even in Valentine's Day. I used the white tree and it looked really cute. So I asked her, you know, if they have any of those little trees, just can you pick me up a pack, and they have like an orange one or a black one. She found candy corn trees. They were a few bucks, you know, in that section where they have all like the little spooky town stuff. And it came in a pack of 2, and I'm like, this is the most perfect thing. So originally I had just kind of stuck them up here, which I think is cute, but the only problem is it cuts them off. So again, all you need to do in that situation is find something to add a little height. And I found this jewelry box in my room.
Perfect.
It's from a shop in LA called Pygmy Hippo Shop, which is actually, check them out. They have really cool like vintage jewelry, really just different gifts.
Do you have the jewelry still in
I
there?
actually do. It's a necklace, and I didn't want to take it out because I didn't want to lose it. But it's like, I'll show you actually. It's a vintage zodiac spinner necklace.
Oh, that works perfect with this.
Yeah, so you actually, it really spins, and you just point it towards your zodiac sign, which I think is really cool. So that's gonna stay in there. And the crow's eye is actually in there too for safekeeping. But again, it's gold.
Yeah.
So it ties in really nicely. So I just put that there like that. It kind of has a vintage look to it, and it kind of just slides in perfectly here. And then it gives us a little height.
Let me zoom in on this as you keep talking.
To put the trees there. And yeah, that's kind of the final product. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I think it all ties in together really well, but I may honestly change things out. At Christmas, I changed it for probably 2 weeks until I was happy with the final product. So I may find another little trinket that I want to add. And that's the great thing about this, is that it's a work in progress. It's not like I see it and I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I want to do. I brought all my Halloween mugs out and I just traded them out until I found the ones that I liked best on here. And yeah, it's just kind of it causes you to look at your collection a little bit differently and see, you know, where you could use it, and it's just a fun way to display everything. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, and you know, if you're gonna try your own, let us know how it went, what kind of things you used, what you thought of, and we'd love to hear about it.